marks 2 weeks since deranged gunman Nikolas Cruz walked into Marjory Stoneman Douglas High, murdering 17 innocent people. As families and friends continue to grieve the loss of their loved ones who died in the high school shooting, new information concerning what could have been done to prevent it continues to trickle out. Of course, the left has pounced on this tragedy to push gun control and as well blame the NRA and Republicans for this horrific crime. However, as we all know, that is hardly the case since there is ample evidence proving that the FBI and the Broward Sheriff's Department were aware of Cruz's mental instability months leading up to the shooting. Though what is even more frustrating to learn is that Cruz could have been arrested long before he even thought about picking up a weapon if it wasn't for Sheriff Israel and a bad policy that was implemented years ago to stop arresting teens at school for crimes. Of course, after learning about this insane policy, we all are wondering how this could have happened, but now we know, and it all comes back to the racist hate group, the NAACP. Over the last 2 weeks, all eyes in our country have been fixed on South Florida and the tragic shooting that took place there, which has sparked the gun control debate once again. The American people are perplexed at how this deranged shooter was able to steal the lives of so many people and what was done, if anything, to stop him. The frustration only has increased as we all have learned that the FBI and the Broward County Sheriff's Office received numerous tips concerning the erratic behavior of Nikolas Cruz, and how nothing was done, but now we know why. Here is more from Conservative Tribune. In 2013, a year after Israel was elected head of the department, the Broward County School Board and District Superintendent made an agreement with Broward County law enforcement officials to essentially stop arresting students for crimes, American Thinker explained. Aside from the school district and sheriff's office, a politically motivated third part got involved. More specifically, a political group, the NAACP. One of the nation's largest school districts has reached an agreement with law enforcement agencies and the NAACP to reduce the number of students being charged with crimes for minor offenses, read a 2013 Associated Press report. Rather than base the school's disciplinary policies on keeping students safe, Broward County School District adopted an NAACP-advised social justice promise program. Thanks to then-President Barack Obama, politically motivated, race-based school policy wasn't unusual. As noted by American Thinker, in Obama-era, considerations of race routinely shaped educational policy. Across the country, students of color, students with disabilities, and LGBTQ students are disproportionately impacted by school-based arrests for the same behavior as their peers, read the agreement between the school and law enforcement. The solution looked the other way. What began as a somewhat innocuous policy of overlooking students' minor offenses, turned into a culture of turning a blind eye to serious crimes. After all, how could crime and incarceration statistics continue to fall if reports were made by the school and arrests made by the authorities? As noted earlier, Sheriff Israel even boasted about these artificially low crime statistics on a candidate questionnaire for his re-election. The results speak for themselves. As our sheriff, I successfully implemented new policies and approaches to public safety that sharply reduced violent crime and burglary rates, the sharpest declines in the entire state of Florida, he said. My innovative initiatives also helped keep children in school and out of jail, greatly expanding the juvenile civil citation program and making issuance of civil citations mandatory for BSO deputies. I will build upon these impressive successes in my next term as sheriff. But while arrests decreased, suspensions increased, according to the Sun Sentinel. These horrible policies came to a head in the months leading up to the deadly Stoneman Douglas school shooting on February 14. There is no reason that the NAACP should be involved in any policies made that affect our schools or children, and they should be overturned immediately. This horrible policy resulted in the deaths of 17 innocent people, and all those who helped implement it should be held accountable for their actions. Hope this policy will be overturned so that local officials can do their job and arrest those that have broke the law so that this tragedy not repeated again in the future. Share if you think that the NAACP should not be involved in making policies for our schools. Follow us on Facebook. From the web powered by Zergnet, Navy SEAL who killed Bin Laden tossed off plane. The truth about the Obama sisters' awkward Olympics wardrobe malfunctions. You can't unsee woman who drove Florida shooter to school speaks out the disappointing truth about Dr. Phil. Why people stopped watching The Big Bang Theory.